gentlemen, welcome to Taipei, welcome to Computex, and welcome to MSI Next Gaming Dimension. Oh, by the way, 端午快乐 Happy Dragon Boat Festival is one of the biggest holidays in Taiwan, and you are right into it, so make sure you have fun today in the press conference and also at our gaming night tonight. And we are the leading brand in gaming laptop in the whole global market. As you know, we bring out the whole comprehensive gaming laptop to all the gamers. As well, in the technology-wise, we always the earliest to face into all the technologies. As you know, the world move a little faster than we thought. You might be speak a little faster, you might be walk a little faster, you might be eating just a little bit faster. So does the technology. And we are the #1 in our industry. So today, we're going to bring you the new perspective of the next generation of gaming. Yes, we're going to walk you into the future. Today, we are proudly to present you our new product. Before we start the whole thing, allow Dennis, me, introduce a very special person. He is the reason MSI is doing so good. So if you're here, please stand up and wave your hand to everybody. And he is the Vice President of MSI Global Sales Marketing, Mr. Eric Kwok. Thank you, Eric, for doing such a good job, and thank you, MSI, to transcend your gaming rigs into the next gaming dimension. So, ladies and gentlemen, prepare for an unprecedented thrill ride. Of course, more news to come. And let's welcome the head of MSI Global Notebook Marketing, Mr. Derek Chan, to the stage. Derek, the world is yours. Let me fix your microphone just a bit. 让我动一下麦克风. Okay, there we go. Dude, try it again.
Hello.
There you go.
Perfect. Thanks. Welcome to MSI press conference. I'm Derek. And people have been asking why MSI chose gaming. Today I will tell you a little story about it, our road to gaming, and you will find your answer. Back in old days, say 10 years ago, there were lots of brands selling what's so-called high-end desktops and laptops. A simple built with high-end CPU and a GPU, and that was about it. However, for gamers, as a result, they had to stick with this little choice. Were they satisfied with these machines for gaming? Of course not, because these machines didn't have gaming DNA. If we use a very simple business school analyst tool that everybody knows, you can see 10 years ago there were lots of brands, either in entry or high performance segments, but not in gaming. I don't want to point out these brands, so I use bubbles. So we thought to ourselves, no more suffering for our gamers. So we then set our mission in this high performance and the gaming segment. We were determined to focus on gaming. It may sound simple, perhaps stupid back then, but it was a tough decision for MSI because we needed a full commitment within the company, and we did it 10 years ago. So we then spent all of our resources on finding out gamers' desires and fulfill them, not only performance, but also the ability for live streaming, the way to control gameplay, and the better visual and the audio experience. We aim to offer a total gaming package for our gamers. Exactly 10 years ago, 2007, we launched our first gaming notebook, GS63VR. It totally redefined our so-called gaming notebook. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the one. A very classic looking, isn't it? And I would say, if there is going to be a museum of gaming, this sweetheart will be in it. And did any one of you used to review this model? No? Then you guys are very young. Right. And by the way, this will be the prize in a lucky draw. Good luck. No, just kidding, we have another option. Alright, so as a true gaming brand, MSI, our mission is to keep offering the most innovative gaming products to satisfy gamers' desires. So in 2011, we launched GT780, the world's first gaming notebook with RGB gaming keyboard by SteelSeries. It was a breakthrough to build such a professional gaming keyboard on gaming notebook in the industry. In 2013, 2 years later, we launched GS70, the thinnest 17-inch gaming notebook in the world. I believe this model blew you away back then. And in 2014, we launched GS60, the even thinner ultra-slim gaming notebook with less than 20 millimeters. 1 year later, in 2015, we launched the world well-known GT80, the world's first gaming notebook with mechanical keyboard. And what's more is that we went extra mile and innovated tons of world's first and MSI exclusive gaming features, which, to be honest, I myself can hardly remember all of them. I shouldn't have said so because my boss is down there and he will kill me. But now today, we are going to take the biggest leap since our first gaming notebook, GX600, introducing 5 new world's first and MSI exclusive gaming features. The most advanced cooling system, Cooler Boost 5, to drive the best performance. The fattest 3-millisecond gaming display for gamers to win every battle. And the cool per key RGB gaming keyboard, standing out in all gaming tournaments and then parties. And we even built this per key RGB with rapid mechanical keyboard. It not only looks awesome, but also extremely responsive and ergonomic. And the revolutionary giant speaker, which is 5 times bigger than the rest of gaming notebooks in the world, that no one has experienced before, but you will later. So as a true gaming brand, we MSI, we always push ourselves to the limit. And we set high bar for gaming. And today, we will bring you to next gaming dimension, and you will experience a total different world for gaming. Please sit tight, and let's start the show. Thank you.
Thank you, Derek. 谢谢 Derek. Thank you for the amazing information. Thank you, Derek. 谢谢. Thank you. He talked about the past, mentioned a little bit about the museum, and he talked about a little about the future. I bet you are dying to check out what we have for the new stuff, right? Let's welcome our product expert. Welcome Andy and Faye to the stage. Andy, Faye, please show world the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello everyone, I'm Faye.
And I'm Andy. And thanks a lot for everyone here, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us today. And one of our missions here is try not to bore you guys to sleep. Okay? We'll do our best.
So, exactly. Welcome to our MSI Next Gaming Dimension press conference today. And we have a lot of media all around the world here in this room today. And I'm sure that you're all very excited to see what we have in stores for you.
Exactly. So without further ado, let's enjoy the thrill ride.
Sorry, can we go to the next slide?
Seems to have a technical difficulty.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
And
Yeah, MSI, for us, we have been continuing to develop new innovations and pioneering new features and products for the gamers all around the world. And like Derek mentioned earlier, all the upgrades, for example, the performance, visuals, audio, control, and streaming, all of the aspects that are so much for favored and desired by gamers all around the world.
exactly, our innovative features actually defines next gaming dimension. And a lot of products have actually since followed our design. Yes. a lot of products have since followed our design. And in today's press conference, there's no exceptions that we're going to show you how we're going to further upgrade our gaming laptops with next gaming dimension. And two models we're going to focus on today. The first is the GT75VR Titan, and the second is the whole new GE Raider series. Let's first take a look at the new GE Raider series. So, the GE73VR Raider and the GE63VR Raider.
And before she continue on, I just want to add something, like a little backstory. For the GE series has had a long history of being one of the most successful and most popular models in the gaming lineup for a lot of reasons. It is extremely powerful, it is extremely reliable, and it performs incredibly well. And it's not targeting just the amateur and the enthusiast gamers, also towards professional gamers. So a wider range of audience scope, so that we want to bring the best gaming solution for gamers all around the world.
For the new GE Raider series, we literally redesigned the whole machine. The new design is inspired by sports cars, so that we want to, it has a whole new shape, and it has a real sporty look, and there are two red stripes on each side of the corner. We want to make our GE lovers feel that when they're using our GE Raider series, it feels like they're actually driving a sports car. They get to have full control, they get to have unleash the full gaming performance of our gaming laptops, and of course, to set new records. And as I mentioned before, the new GE Raider series, it has a really sporty look, and it's slimmer than its previous version. And not only the look is powerful, but also the gaming performance is really powerful thanks to our new cooling design, Cooler Boost 5 solution, which we will mention in more details later. And last but not least, there's another real unique design, it's the USB port. You can see that there is red beam from our USB port, which is going to make you really unique and stands out in LAN parties.
And next, thank you, Faye, for a very comprehensive explanation on the new GE series. Now, I want to talk about the GT75VR. Now, I myself, I own a GE63VR. I thought it was the best machine until I came across this one, GT75VR, the first of its line, packing a lot of new features, incredible. And the features that gamers or users really haven't seen before. And first of all, I want to talk about the sports, the design. Next slide. The appeal and design of it. It's more like the combination between a robotic and a sporty, because we want to go. It's like a combination of like Fast and Furious and like Pacific Rim combination, kind of robot and a car. So that's more of a design with a lot of angular looks. And the third, ergonomic. What does that mean? Ergonomic, we have a newly designed palm rest and a keyboard, just entirely new on the GT75VR. So when you put your hands on the palm rest, playing for long periods of time, you wouldn't feel the stress on your hands or on your wrists. So what does that mean? That ensures you can game for a long time without strain on the wrists. And the last thing, but not least, the MAC stands for mechanical keyboard. Essentially, before we only had the GT83VR with a mechanical keyboard, but the GT75, the first of its line, to introduce another completely revolutionary mechanical keyboard inside this amazing gaming laptop. So I would call the GT75VR, this brand new ID design, a new king around the block.
Next, we have two videos for you to have a simple review of what next gaming dimension features we're going to offer you on these two series. First is the video of our GE Raider series. gaming dimension features we're going to introduce to you today in today's press conference. The first, the Cooler Boost 5 cooling solution, which is going to provide, which is going to unleash the full gaming power of your gaming laptop. And this is also the secret why MSI gaming laptops gets to reach desktop level. Another is the 3 millisecond fast response gaming display on our gaming laptops. It allows gamers to react faster, to see clearer during gaming. And we offer another feature is the per key RGB backlighting keyboard and the rapid mechanical keyboard. Yes, and these two keyboards allows gamers to react and move faster during gaming. And of course, the control feeling of these two keyboards are just going to be amazing. And the last but not the least is the audio effects. The outstanding audio effects from our giant speaker is just going to drag you deeper, deeper, deeper into the games.
Again, going back, the 5 features are completely exclusive from MSI products, all the 5 new features. And foremost, the first one I want to talk about is the Cooler Boost 5 that is designed for the GE Raider series. Now, essentially, why do we focus so much on the Cooler Boost? Because essentially your cooling module is the most important and critical element in your gaming laptops. Without proper cooling, it doesn't matter how powerful your laptop is, its temperature is going to rise and then your laptop system is going to start throttling and your performance drops, which is why we focus so much on the cooling module. Now, first I want to talk about is the Cooler Boost 5 has what we call 2 fans, and it's built with what we call the whirlwind blade fans, which Faye will explain more details later on how they operate. And third, we have 7 heat pipes. Now, this is really important. A lot of people don't think this is significant, but in reality, a lot of gaming laptops in the market, they provide from anywhere ranging from 2 to 4 heat pipes only, maybe 5 if you're pushing it. But for us, we have at least 6. But in this case, Cooler Boost 5, we got 7 heat pipes for thermal conductivity to ensure the heat are transferred to the right place for dissipation. And last, the 4 ventilations. We have these iconic ventilations from every single one of our laptops in the back with red trims. And what they do is they effectively push out, they collect the heat, and then push it out of your system. Okay, yeah, just reminding you, the MSI logo looks amazing. And it represents our spirit.
Okay, let's go to the next slide. Let's have a closer look on the Cooler Boost 5 module.
The 4 ventilations, and then we'll go in more detail until we reach the next slide. Oh,
yes,
there it is.
Here you go.
Okay.
Let's have a closer look on the Cooler Boost 5 module. You can see that there are 7 heat pipes. We can actually count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exactly. And there are 2 fans. Both are whirlwind blade fans with up to 31 thin blades.
31.
And these fans were going to generate 30% higher air pressure than conventional fans. And working together with the 7 heat pipes and the 4 ventilations, it's going to quickly and effectively push the heat out of the chassis as quickly as possible.
And next, I think we...
Yeah, we have to go back to the slide.
Right, yeah. Next, we're going to talk about the Cooler Boost Titan. Now, we talked about Cooler Boost 5, and now we're talking about Titan. It might get a little confusing, but just remember, the GT75VR Titan, the cooling module itself, it's named after the model, so it's called Cooler Boost Titan. Essentially, it's also got 2 fans, but obviously it's going to be more powerful than the Cooler Boost 5. But this time it's got 12 heat pipes. I mean, how often do you see 12 heat pipes inside a gaming laptop? But we want to ensure that heat is never a problem, so we designed the laptop, this beast, with 12 heat pipes inside. And of course, the fans are made with also the whirlwind blades, and it's also got iconic ventilations for the GT75VR as well. So they're all robust, potent, and really effective in dissipating heat.
Let's go to the next slide. Okay, let's welcome our product marketing manager on the stage to show you exactly how good performance, how well performance of our 2 cooling solutions. Let's welcome George and Alex.
Alex and George.
All right, just like Andy already mentioned that we have a crazy beautiful beast this year, GT75VR Titan, together with the cooler boost Titan technology. That is why the performance is so much outstanding. So please take a closer look here. All right, this is exclusive MSI Dragon Center. Simply turn it on and turn on the turbo mode. As you can see right here, you can easily overclock your CPU and GPU to have the maximum performance. And don't forget about to turn on the cooler boost function here. Later on, when you turn on the 3D Mark 11 to get maximum performance, then you can easily get 3D Mark 11 P22K. Sometimes it's over. Is it amazing? Right? That is how the cooler boost function can do. Sometimes the deployment inside is up to 15 deploy, so whenever the overclocker can do the overclocking, the performance is always to the maximum. I can get rid of that.
Can we go back to the slides?
So let me do some quick recap about the cooler boost Titan. So simply featuring NVIDIA GTX 1080, you can easily get performance up to 20K. So sorry, 22K. And also, don't forget to turn on our shift functions. Sport mode or turbo mode to overclock the CPU and GPU at the same time. You can have up to 20% performance higher than the competitors. So we can guarantee you that this is the best gaming laptop ever.
Thank you, George,
Yeah.
for introducing us the...
And also I have the next page talking
Yes,
about the
the
turbo.
temperature. Yes.
Yes, sorry about that. Next, please. So we were asking about, hey, you already have the maximum performance. What about the thermal issue happen? So simply, we have this page to presenting you that. Use the infrared camera, you can easily see the surface temperature. So if you compare to the competitors, you can easily see that MSI computer, MSI keyboard, especially the surface, is all under 40 degrees. Is it amazing if you compare to the competitors? So thinking about the whole night gameplay, which one is better? Of course, MSI one is the much more comfortable one to play whole night. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, George.
Thank you, George, for introducing us our Cooler Boost Titan, our GT75VR Titan model. And next, we're going to welcome Alex to show you the Cooler Boost 5 on our new GE Raider series. Alex.
Here's our latest model, GE63VR arrival. So normally, you mention what kind of spec you like if you like to have a highest CPU, but comes with GS1070, what kind of score you can have. I believe most will be around piece 15,000. But with our latest GE63 and the Dragon Center, which we can have a shift mode with sport, or even with turbo mode, we can overclock graphic for a higher level, so we can get this 3.11 score over P70,000 score. What does that mean? That means you can get 10 or 20% or even 30% higher of the frame rate. And it comes with the 120 Hz display later we will introduce, so this kind of high performance can bring you the more advantage to play any games. So let's go to the next page. We'll take a look on the others with GTX1070, and you can see the score is around 15K. But with MSI Cooler Boost 5, with shift mode, we run with sport mode or turbo mode, and turn on the Cooler Boost, we can have more than 30% higher performance. That makes our G63 and G73 become a way better gaming from gaming entertainment to gaming stream. To the next page. So on this kind of slimmer, but still very powerful gaming, the most important one is temperature. When we take a look on the previous version of the other products, you can see the temperature is even over 50 degrees in the middle. But for MSI with GTX1070, we can easily handle that under 44, especially on the Congress side. It's only 43, 31. So you can play the game all night, but still have very stable, high performance and then cool and quiet with Bluetooth 5. Thank you. Let's get back to Andy and Faye.
Thank you, Alex
Thank
and
you, guys.
George, for your wonderful deliveries. Now, we also want to add something. There's one just really big misconception about gaming laptops. A lot of people, or I would say majority of the people, think if you pack together the powerful CPU and the powerful GPU inside a laptop, you get is a gaming laptop, which is not true. Now, in this case, it's more so than ever because if you have so much more power of performance, you generate a lot of heat, which is where the cooling comes in. So with proper cooling, with us, you can overclock, you can generate more juice from your laptops or from your systems, but you would not have to worry about the heat. And with the system throttling, dropping performance, or even worse, you might shorten the lifespan of your gaming laptops. And like Alex said earlier, you can game all night with our cooling boost technology.
Exactly. Actually, MSI cares a lot about the cooling solution on our gaming laptops because this cooling solution directly affects the gaming performance of your gaming laptops. That is why we have this great cooling solution that gets to push our gaming laptops to desktop level.
Yep. And if you haven't noticed, we actually changed to the next topic we're going to talk about, which is the visuals. And we're again the world's first and exclusive to come with the fastest response panel of only 3 milliseconds, which is incredible.
So what's so important about 3 milliseconds for gamers?
Right, to turn that into a gamer definition, we're kind of dumbing it down a little bit. I'm a gamer myself, I play games, and response time meaning that if you're playing, for example, like FPS games or racing games, where you get really fast constant frame rate changes, this is where the 3 milliseconds really comes in. You can see the details, that split second, every single detail is not missed or ignored from your panel. And that's achievable through the 3 milliseconds panel from MSI. And I hope that answers your question, Faye.
Okay. Okay. So on this slide, you can see there are 3 images from 3 gaming panels with 3 different color range. Now the one in the middle is what you can get from most of MSI gaming laptops. And you can see that the color range and the color details are way better than the image over here, which is from low quality IPS panel. And what MSI is going to offer you even better color range and color details, actually on our 3 millisecond gaming display gets to offer up to 94% NTSC color range. So let's again welcome our product market manager Alex to show you the 3 millisecond gaming display on our gaming laptop. Let's welcome Alex.
So when we take a look on the screen, you can see that we're running a program with 120 Hz FPS. So when we run this again, press the
Right, what Alex is doing here is just running a benchmark. It's called the event. It's widely used from a lot of people.
Actually, the advantage of this screen have 2 very important points. The first point is 120 Hz 3 ms. Because if we want to have a 120 Hz display, we must under 8 ms because 1 second divided to 120 is 8.3 milliseconds. So the time does matter. And this is the first one comes with the 3 millisecond display. You can see it's silky smooth for 120 Hz display. And the other experience is for this kind of smooth gaming display, it even presents much better color. When we change the settings of camera and environment, so most of the IPS display cannot present very good at dark side. So when we make this a dark side, because you play any kind of games, a dark side, you cannot see your enemy. You need to see more details at dark side to beat any enemy. And later, we will have a live demo on the demo block as well. So these 2 very important points makes the 103 ms display become the best gamers display.
Can we go back to the slide?
As you see here is a very obvious example. The traditional response time will have a motion blur, but the 3MS response time will have silky smooth gaming experience. And let's go to the next page. We are watching some very great quality movie, HDR movie. You can see on the left side, our 120 Hz 3MS display represents much better color than this already. People say this is already good IPS. So go to the next page, please. When we are watching the movies from the dark side, my favorite is like the Batman, the Dark Knight series. All of the detail from that side, from 120 Hz panel, you can see very, very clear. But from the other movie, the other panels, we can see we even lost most of the detail from that side. So the two important things make this 120 Hz display become the best camera display. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. So actually, Andy, I recall that not only we are world first to offer 3 millisecond fast response gaming panel on our gaming laptops, we were also the world first to offer 5 millisecond gaming panels.
That is correct. I'm glad you brought that up. Now, we were the first one to come up with the 5 milliseconds, the fastest panel in the world. And also, again, today we're pushing with the fastest again, the 3 millisecond panel, and it's only available from our new GE63, the Raider series, also the GS63 and 73VR. And the new series.
Actually, we mentioned that the cooling solution and the fast response gaming panel. How can we convince everyone that this is actually what gamers want?
That is a great question. Now, instead of hearing us, babbling on about the features and products, I'm pretty sure, a lot of you are falling asleep pretty soon. Now, instead, we have the pleasure of inviting this legendary person. It's super hard. I mean, it's as hard as finding Luke Skywalker in Star Wars. I mean, but we have the pleasure of inviting this guy, and he is Fnatic, the Patrick, the co-founder, owner, the legendary CS:GO legendary player, Patrick from Fnatic. Please join us. Anywhere you like. Anywhere you like. Okay, actually, can you stand a bit front so everybody can see? Sorry, bud. All right, it's very nice to meet you.
Likewise. Thanks for having me.
We're honored to have you here on stage.
It's great to be here.
And I just want to start things off. The first question I want to ask you is, how do you think of the showgirls here today?
What's that?
What do you think of the showgirls? Are they?
I didn't know you were here. I'm not a single man these days.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. These are white. I'm sorry.
Probably sleeping in your room.
Okay. All right, because Patrick, now you are highly regarded as one of the legendary esports professional players. Now, what are some of the tips that you can give us? For me, I'm super newish. Now, what kind of tips do you have for us to, kind of better our chance of winning competitions or tournaments?
Sure. I think first and foremost, you need to find a game that you're passionate about. If that's a team game, you should find people on the same wavelength to ensure that you share the same goal, share the same work ethics. But it's basically down to having a lot of fun. I think you can ask a professional footballer or a musician. It starts from a passion, it starts from having fun. This eventually, personally for myself, just did it all the time, had so much fun, and eventually it became a profession. I didn't plan that to happen, it just came out of the fun I had. It's super important as well to surround yourself with the best products on the market.
Like that?
Like a tennis player having a racket, you want to have the best peripherals, you want to have the best gaming computer to ensure that, you get an edge over your opponent. In the end of the day, on this high level of competition with millions and millions of players, it's going to be small margins that makes it or breaks it, right? So having the best screen, a cool system that can generate high FPS throughout the entire game. Our players in Fnatic now, they practice up to 10 hours a day, and that requires also the computer and system you're on to perform during that time as well. So hopefully those advice helps you in your future gaming career.
Yeah, that was excellent, man. I was actually expecting somewhere along the line with MSI, but I'm just kidding.
MSI definitely helps, and actually I'm super proud of the MSI partnership. We've been working with MSI now since 2008, and I think Fnatic has established ourselves as one of the best brands, gaming teams in the world. and indirectly or directly, MSI has supported hundreds of gamers in Fnatic that maybe start from scratch but are now earning in the early hundred thousands of dollars from being professional gamers. So yeah, thanks to you guys.
No problem.
No
Thanks to
problem
you.
at all. So Patrick, actually, I'm curious about like for esport gamers compared with actual athlete sports gamers. Actual sports athletes. For esport gamers, you have to interact with the virtual world through a machine. For example, here is our gaming laptops. So what would you recommend for gamers when they're looking for an ideal gaming laptops? What should they focus on?
Well, two things. Performance is key, obviously. You want to have that high frame rate, you don't want to have any lag. That's super important. Then you also might want to have some gaming features, a solid cooling system that gamers in general, including myself, kind of get sweaty palms, right, when you play. And having a 70-degree keyboard on your, it's not going to work, right?
Yes.
I think MSI has done a lot of good job on that with, I think, the cooling generation 5. The gaming screen becoming super important. You want to have, we talked about like, you're engaging this virtual world,
Yes.
and you want to have a very smooth experience, hand-eye screen, so it's not any lag, right?
Yes.
So having a 120 Hertz screen, low refresh rate is super important when you play on the highest level. But then also as just an enthusiast and someone that want to get better, having these tools will make you a better player, but obviously don't fool yourself, you need to spend a lot of time. Going back again, our players, 10 hours a day, being a player as well, in just comparison to the world of sports, yes, not as physical, but there's definitely like coordination involved, and it's very much a game of mind. So we are advising our players and future pro gamers as well to really take care of yourselves, have a solid diet. That doesn't work for me here in Taiwan, because Kampai is a really good place. Having proper sleeping schedule, diet, exercising. These are things actually we are in Fnatic doing today, hiring mental coaches and whatnot.
Wow, that's a lot of aspects to take care of.
Sure.
Excellent. And if anybody has any questions for Patrick here, please visit the Fnatic website, okay? You cannot ask him here, sorry. All right, I think we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you so
Yes.
much
Nice
for
to meet you all.
joining. All right, appreciate it. Fnatic, Patrick.
So actually what Patrick mentions, one important factor is the performance is the key. And that is why MSI cares a lot about the cooling solution, the cooling system, cooling performance on our gaming laptops, because it directly affects the gaming performance. Yes, and of course, as Patrick also mentions that you need to have real good coordinations between the eye, the hand, and the screen. So that brings to our next feature, which is the keyboard.
Now the keyboard, on the left side we're looking at the per key, what we call the per key RGB backlighting keyboard, which is extremely unique in the gaming world. On the right side, we have what we call the rapid response mechanical keyboard. The thing we talked about earlier, the GT75. Next slide.
So for the per key RGB backlighting, it means that each key on your keyboard gets to show its own color. So the whole keyboard backlighting effect is just going to be fascinating.
And added with the rapid response mechanical keyboard, it's actually combined with the per key RGB. So not only are you getting a unique, revolutionary mechanical keyboard on the GT75VR, you're also getting the per key function. So it gives you the ability to change any colors on any keycaps.
So you might want to ask why MSI keyboards on our gaming laptops are better than the rest. Because they are creations of two great giants in the gaming industry, which is MSI and SteelSeries. Both knows very well about gaming and gamers. And the new per-key RGB backlighting keyboard and our new rapid mechanical keyboard are another two masterpieces of our joint cooperation.
Yeah, we didn't just come up with this idea one day and decided, hey, we're going to improve the keyboard with what we call the SteelSeries. So we've been working closely together for many years, and the last thing I want to talk about is the the SteelSeries Engine 3, which is in collaboration with, obviously, with the third key point, it's that it gives you, it's like a software that gives you the ability to customize your keys. You can set up the key mapping, set up macros. It's a customability that a lot of gamers, they go for and they love.
So here we want to welcome George and Alex back on the stage again to show you these two keyboards on our two great new models. Let's welcome George first.
Alright. Let's go back to the GT75VR Titan. Just in case you miss the machine later on, you will have a demo site. Simply go and check it out, it's pretty amazing. Right? The keyboard here, right, just like Andy already mentioned, that is an RGB rapid mechanical keyboard. Just like the Patrick already mentioned, that it practice or play the online game almost 10 hours a day. This is a direct feeling that we'll have. And the most important is the tactile. So the mechanical one, very important for them. And also, the new one, as you can see, the new RGB rapid mechanical switch. Later, please come to the stage or the demo to experience how amazing this is. And also, we can change the color scenario by the SteelSeries engine right here later on. It's pretty amazing and very stunning and bling keyboard. Very, 100% featuring this amazing, beautiful beast. Thank you.
Thank you, George.
Thank you, George.
And welcome Alex to show the Perky RGB keyboard on our GE Raider series.
Okay, it's my turn again. I believe some of you may realize that we have SteelSeries RGB 3-zone color gaming keyboard around 5 years ago. But right now we are also the world first one to have Perky RGB keyboard on the GE series, which is the most popular one. So we can see we co-work with SteelSeries because they have very good software, very good programmable usage. We have more than 20 sets of the preset mode. And right now, when you take a look on the keyboard, it's waving, but still you can see the other parts. All these working parts is not waving, but all these gaming parts are waving. And when we push the function key, you can see the other colors will dim. Only the function, workflow function will light up. So that will make your gaming experience in the dark or in a different place, you can easier to use function key. With this kind of amazing keyboard, that makes our GE series become the world's first one, best gaming notebook ever. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex.
It's just amazing. Have you tried our new rapid mechanical keyboard? The clicking sound and feedback. How do you think about it?
Matter of fact, I did. I was lucky enough to actually try the mechanical keyboard, and I have to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't tried our keyboards, not just for this one, but any one of our keyboards, if you haven't tried them already, please feel free to try them out after the conference. They're amazing, and describing won't do it justice. It's just when you click on the GT75, the mechanical keyboard, the clicking sound, the tactile force feedback, it creates this really unexplained satisfaction and fulfillment. I just can't explain. And it's the same case with all of our gaming laptops. So if you have time, stick around, try our keyboards. They're really amazing. They're really something for the gamers.
I'm glad that you feel that way because our R&D team really put a lot of efforts to make these two keyboards happen. And your reaction is exactly what we want to bring to our MSI fans.
Precisely.
And next but not least, the audio solution on our gaming laptops. Actually, MSI has been putting a lot of efforts to deliver the best audio quality. We were the world first to receive recognition from high-resolution audio. And now, we're going to provide you the next gaming dimension on audio, which is the giant speaker. So, what's so special about it? Andy, can you tell us, can you just give a guess? Where do you think the speakers are on the gaming laptop?
Well, if I were to guess, they're probably somewhere on each side, the left and right, or the bottom or top. That's all I can come up with.
You're pretty much close to the answer. They're over here.
You're telling me that these are the only 2 speakers inside a gaming laptop? I mean, that's unacceptable. They're too small.
Exactly. Actually, when we review the traditional design process of a speaker on the gaming laptops, we discovered that the audio quality is actually overlooked because these speakers are among the last to be installed into the gaming laptop, given how much space is left. Therefore, but if audio is so important for gamers, why should we consider the last? They should be the priority.
They should be.
So we changed the design process. We reserve the space and location, we reserve the best space and the location to ensure our gaming laptops are going to deliver the best audio quality, and then we design the rest of the gaming elements. And this is what we offer you. The next gaming dimension on audio is the giant speaker.
Giant speakers. The speaker got me at giant, the word giant speakers. It's pretty amazing. And, well, first of all, it's 5 times bigger. The speaker chamber is bigger than ever. I think one of the biggest in the gaming laptops right now, which is hence the word giant. And second, the sound is at least 50% louder. And then I think we'll do a live demo later on, but the sound is amazing. I mean, it extends all the way. It just, I tried it, and it hears amazing. It's unlike any other gaming laptops I've heard before. And third, more resonance. So essentially, you're getting more resonant sound, creating more of a realism, audio realism when you're using just the gaming laptop speakers. And fourth, higher quality. That goes without saying. A better speaker, giant speakers, better audio quality. That's what gamers deserve.
Actually, these are just numbers and words. We're going to show you in the live demo so that you can see how powerful this giant speaker is on our GE radio series. Let's welcome Alex back on the stage to show you in the live demonstration.
Thank you, Alex.
Okay, it's really good. Actually, I think from the cooler boost, from the display, from the keyboard, to this sound experience, MSI all dedicated for the better gaming experience every year. So imagine the notebook on your hand and their sound quality. And you experience this, later you will drop off your 15-inch notebook to buy this because it's amazing. I believe when you can become a little bit quieter and everybody can hear the sound at the last part, the back side. So I will give you a live demo on this. For gaming experience, when you're playing World of Tanks, you're playing the Battlefield, you're playing even racing game or sports game, you can have the most alive gaming experience with the great sound. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Alex.
Alex.
The audio quality and the loudness of the speaker is really amazing. I'm sure that those in the back of this room hears really well. Yes.
I certainly hope so. Well, you kind of have to if you really want to experience the thrill and the exhilarating sound, you kind of have to stand right, as if you're using a laptop, and you turn it off all the way. The sound is quite deafening. I mean, it's really, really loud. So that's how much improvement that we've gotten for the GE Raider, the giant speakers. And, we've talked about so many things, and as a true gaming brand, MSI, with us, we have been for years, many, many years, trying to pioneer, come up with new innovations and new performances and features in our products all around the world. And we will continue to do so with the support of our gamers all around the globe.
So let's have a quick look on what next gaming dimensions we're presenting in this press conference today. The first is the powerful, Cooler Boost 5 cooling solution that's going to push our gaming laptops to desktop level. The 3 millisecond response time fast gaming panel is going to make you see clear, faster than your enemies. And the perky RGB backlighting keyboard and the new rapid mechanic keyboard, the control feeling of these two keyboards are just going to be amazing. And last but not least, the outstanding audio quality, the loudness is going to be amazing from our giant speaker. So why are we doing this? Because we are a true gaming brand. And why we're doing this? Because some are PC.
And we are gaming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for the amazing presentation. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Faye. Thank you, George. And give it up to Alex. Thank you. And by the way, cannot believe you brought Patrick along with your presentation. That was a surprise. I bet you cannot wait any longer to meet the laptop in person. Ladies and gentlemen, MSI presents you the next gaming dimension. Let's have a good look at the latest collection of the MSI 2017 Gamers' Top Choice and the leading gaming brand MSI, while offering 3 brand new weapons of choice for gamers: GT75VR and GE63VR. 73VR Raider will be packing with some serious tech-leading upgrades. And while GS63VR, 73VR are already industry's finest, they've also been given an upgrade that leaves the GS series uncustomizable and unbeatable. The next gaming dimension with 5 innovation from now from MSI. let's create a headline shot for tomorrow. Ladies, the camera right in the middle. 中间的相机 First row, 第一排. And the camera in the middle, but in the back row. 中间后面那一排. And the camera on your left hand side. 你的左手边. And the camera on your right hand side. 你的右手边. And one more time, the camera straight ahead. 正中间第一排. You stay there for 5 seconds. 停5秒. And the camera in the back. 后面的机器. Ladies, would like to ask you one step forward. 向前站一步. Like right here. Thank you. The camera right in the middle. This is the headline for tomorrow. The camera in the middle, 中间第一排, first row. And the camera on your left, 你的左手边. And the camera on your right hand side, 你的右手边. Did I miss anybody? Did I miss anybody? Okay. In the middle, second row, 中间第二排. Anybody else? The camera on your left hand side, on the floor. 左手地上. Did we miss anybody? One more time, the camera on the first row. Make sure you post big on the newspaper or website. Thank you. Thank you, ladies. 谢谢. Thank you. That was amazing. When a top machine meets the unique and experimental design, that means as a masterpiece. Coming up, there's 2 gentlemen. They are the master in gaming. They're called Flash Wolves. As you know, we sponsor them. That means 2 things. 1, we have a great relationship. 2nd, they achieve the technology we expected. And also, they prove MSI is the next dimension of gaming. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome 2017 International Champion, the World Champ of IEM. Welcome, Flash Wolves! Let's take a picture together. 我们先拍个照片. The camera right in the middle. Welcome, Flash Wolves. And the camera on your left, 左手边. And the camera on the right hand side, Flash Wolves. Well, of course, on stage. And one more time, the camera on the back in the stage, 那边有个拍摄台. And the camera right in the front. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the International World Champ, the Flash Wolves! Congratulations on the winning. 跟大家打个招呼 ，say hi to everybody, Steak.
Hello everyone, I'm Flash Wolf Steak.
Woo!
大家好，我是陈建勇的卡萨。
Welcome. Steak, got a one question for you. Express the relationship and the love between you guys and MSI.
MSI has been very supportive to us for a very long time, and I think their products have the best quality and the highest performance of everything, and I think they're just made for gaming.
Awesome. Hopefully we'll keep supporting you and winning next year and the year next year and goes on. And by thanking you guys for supporting, to appreciate the relationship between Flash Wolves and MSI, also celebrating your championship, we have something for you. Eric, would you like to come up to the stage? We have something very special for you. And now, let's bring up the present. 我们将礼物送上。We have designed a limited edition of the gaming laptop from MSI. The good stuff, the best stuff, the greatest stuff, the top-notch from MSI for the flashwork to keep winning in your competition. The camera in the middle, 中间相机。The camera on the right hand side. And the camera on the left hand side, gentlemen. And one more time, the camera right in the middle. 看看后面的高台 the stage in the back. In the middle. Put your hands together. Give it up to Flashworks. 可以把笔电带回家。Thank you， 谢谢。Thank you， 谢谢。Thank you， 谢谢。Eric, please remain on the stage. Eric is staying because we have a surprise for you by thanking our media around the world supporting us 2016, 17, and goes on for many years. Thank you for support. Eric prepared 2 big prizes for you. Hopefully you already dropped your business card, and later on when he mentioned your name, you must be here in person to receive this prize. So Eric, let's 2 steps to the right. And the first prize, we're gonna give it out. Check out the big screen. 请看大荧幕. It's a GE63VR TRF. Let's bring out the present. 把礼物带上来吧 along with the lucky draw box, 还有我们的抽奖箱。Anybody would like to take this laptop home? Anybody? Do you think you're the winner? Shout out MSI. 1, 2, 3. MSI! Eric, ready? And GE62VR, the winner is
PC.com.
PC.com, Stephanie Wong. Stephanie, are you here? Stephanie, please come up to the stage and receive your present. Congratulations, Stephanie, and you got yourself a new gaming laptop. Eric, please pass on the present to Stephanie. Take a picture together. The camera in the middle. Congratulations, Stephanie from PC.com. And he came from all the way, from a long way. Thank you, Stephanie, and that is yours. Congratulations, Stephanie. 1 more to go. Eric, the second prize is we have GP63VR right there. Who does it belong to? 是你的吗? Anybody? That's you. Stay right there, and Eric will call out your name. And the winner, the new owner of GP62 is
UT brand. Sam.
Sam McCloskey. UT brand. Sam McCloskey. Congratulations, Sam. Thank you for supporting MSI, and this is something for you. Eric, take some picture with everybody. Congratulations, Sam. That's yours. Take it home. Thank you, Sam. Eric, would you like to say thank you to everybody? 谢谢大家.
Thank you for your support. MSI is dedicated for gaming market, and we contribute to the gaming society. And I hope this year will be very successful year for all of you and MSI. And gamer is on our side. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. 谢谢. Thank you. 谢谢. You may return to your seat. And that concludes our press conference.